not the scrutiny, given the fact that it is an infringement upon the fundamental right of privacy as has been enunciated by the Supreme Court.
This government is taking away the autonomy of the Election Commission.
We are forgetting that Aadhaar was only meant to be a proof of residence. It is not a proof of citizenship.
तो सरकार यह कोशिश करता है कि बोगस वोटिंग रुकना चाहिए और फेक वोटिंग, नकली वोटिंग जो होता है, जिसमें अगर रोकने के लिए कदम उठाया जाता है तो इसमें सदन को इसमें साथ देना चाहिए.
Hey guys, Aadhaar card linkage. This issue has been rather debatable a lot in the news right now because recently the Parliament has passed the Election Laws Amendment Bill 2021, which has the main agenda to link Aadhaar card with the electoral list in order to identify bogus votes, that is fake extra votes, also to purify the electoral system. But this has received wide opposition and uproar from the opposition in the parliament. What is the pros of linking Aadhaar with electoral rolls and what is the problem with Aadhaar which is causing the opposition to oppose it? Let's understand through this video. But first up, what is Aadhaar? Aadhaar, the name itself means proof, a base or a foundation of something. So the Aadhaar card is issued to you by the Government of India under the ambit of the Unique Identification Authority of India. Under this, you are provided a UID number, a unique ID number, free of cost, which enables you, which makes you eligible to avail government services. For example, if you want to write a government exam, you need your Aadhaar card, which helps you verify, which helps you authenticate that you are a genuine bona fide resident of India eligible for that exam. Same goes for driving licenses, same goes for ration cards, same goes for SIM cards if you want to avail SIM cards. So this is what Aadhaar is all about. And why is that we need a unique identification of authority or a unique identification number in order to avail services. For example, you are writing a government exam, okay? Without an Aadhaar card, there is a chance for another person to write the exam on your name. That may cause cheating. If you use an Aadhaar card, on the other hand, you will be identified, you will be verified that you are the particular person who is writing this exam. That's why even a photo and your biometrics are also recorded while you are applying for an Aadhaar. So this is the purpose. So this also not happens in many cases to provide to check on corruption, cheating and all that stuff. This also happens in various cases. In SIM cards also, in wherever you want, the government services delivery should be targeted. So that is the spirit of Aadhaar, targeted services delivery. So this will be used via the unique identification number, which is same to that of electoral rolls. What is happening with electoral rolls? In multiple constituencies, voters illegally register themselves in multiple constituencies, thereby causing multiple bogus votes. So you have right only for one vote, but due to illegal means you are registered in multiple constituencies, having a chance of multiple voting, which is wrong. So linking Aadhaar with the electoral rolls identifies you, saying that you are the particular person, you are eligible for one vote. And also another advantage with linking Aadhaar with that of electoral rolls is that it helps migrant workers. For example, if a migrant worker carries his Aadhaar card with himself, he has to. When he carries his Aadhaar card with himself and he is working in another state out of his bona fide residence, for example, he is from Hyderabad in Telangana, he is working in Orissa supposedly. He cannot vote during the time of elections and he cannot apply for a voter ID because he doesn't belong to that constituency in Orissa. He belongs to Hyderabad. And circumstances mitigate him from coming to Hyderabad. What should he do? He has to use his Aadhaar card, approach the nearest electoral roll officer for enrollment, and thereby linking his Aadhaar details with that of the electoral rolls, he will be registered as a voter and he will also get a chance to vote in another constituency, though he belongs to another constituency. So what else this bill has to offer? Another important provision of the Election Laws Amendment Bill is that it provides for minimum qualifying dates. What is the concept of minimum qualifying dates? For example, I was born on January 2nd. The polling is on January 3rd, an election. And according to the Representation of the People Act 1950, you need to be 18 and the qualifying date is January 1st. By January 1st of a particular year of the polling year, you must be 18. But my birthday is on January 2nd and the polling is on January 3rd. And in India, a voter has to be of the age of 18 in order to vote. So by the time polling starts, January 3rd, I will be of 18. But still, I don't have the right to vote. What is the cause? Because you don't meet the requirement of January 1st. This will be done away with this new law. So under this, multiple qualifying dates are prescribed. One is January, April, July and also October. So 3 more months are added to this law, to this Representation of People Act, which will help more, which would cause more voter turnout, more and more people come to vote. So what is the importance of a vote? John F. Kennedy, the former president of the United States of America, says the ignorance of a voter in a democracy impairs the security of all, because voting is the one right we have in order to help democracy function, because democracy itself means citizens rule. It is us who are ruling indirectly by voting our representatives. So we are being represented at a particular level. So that is the importance of vote, and that is the reason why these laws are issued, these voter turnouts are asked for. Another important provision of this is gender parity. Now for example, service voters, those who are posted abroad, for example diplomats who are posted abroad under the Indian Foreign Service, for example armed forces, armed personnel. So one clause which is being changed is when the wives of the armed forces personnel or the service voters go for vote, it is written wives of service personnel. So this wives of service personnel will be done away with, and this would be given as spouse. But in some cases, if the woman is working and is in the services and the husband is not, in the electoral laws it is not provided husband of service voters. So this gender parity also will be done away with by deleting this wife's clause, and the word spouse will be added. So now you have just looked into the beauty. You might have been convinced that how Aadhaar card is very necessary for us given all the difficulties that happen in India. But in the further course of this video, you will also be convinced with another opinion that Aadhaar card, why it should not be linked with electoral rolls, and as to why opposition parties are getting furious about it. Point number 1. Aadhaar is not a proof of citizenship. This is very important. When you look at the rear side of your Aadhaar cards, it would be clearly written under the information line, point number 1, saying that Aadhaar is just only proof of residence and not that of a citizenship. Even the Aadhaar Act of 2016 also has the same clause, which says that linking of Aadhaar to a certain targeted service is voluntary only. But in the case of voting, who can vote? Only a citizen of a particular country can vote. But what about Aadhaar? You will be eligible for an Aadhaar card when you live for 182 days in India in the given 12 months. This means if Aadhaar cards are linked with electoral rolls, a foreign citizen may also be getting a chance to vote. So this is one concern which needs to be looked upon. Point number 2. Fears of mass disenfranchisement. The opposition parties were strongly batting for it in the parliament against this bill, saying that linking electoral rolls with Aadhaar cards will cause a mass disenfranchisement. That means many number of voters will be removed from the electoral list, because along with the Election Commission of India, the Unique Identification Authority of India that manages Aadhaar cards all over the country will also have an access to the electoral rolls, which may arise a possibility that your Aadhaar number can be deleted. So that right, the government of India has to delete your Aadhaar card, right? So possibly if they are linked, the government may have a possibility. I'm not saying the government will do it. It will arise a possibility that many electoral rolls, voters may be deleted from the electoral list. So this is another concern, because this is just a possibility. So this is a vulnerability of the law. So this has to be checked. Point number 3, privacy. This is a very important pointer, as most of the opposition was strongly opposing this bill only regarding the privacy, and they were referring to something which was called the Puttaswamy case, in which Supreme Court ruled that the Aadhaar scheme has to be voluntary. But we'll come to that later. But first, let's understand what is this privacy concern all about. Now when it comes to electoral rolls, those data, that is only available with the Election Commission of India, which uses it for verification process during the polling. Now by linking Aadhaar card with the electoral rolls, you are giving the Unique Identification Authority of India also an opportunity to probe into this data. That means the government has indirectly the government is getting access to this data. This means you are questioning the autonomy, the constitutional provisions of the Election Commission of India. That is very concerning. Another important thing is this: the government keeps on saying that the data breach of Aadhaar has never been happened before, but this is also reiterated when you visit the Unique Identification Authority of India website. There will be a section called Aadhaar Mythbusters. When you look into that section, when you keep scrolling down, there is 12th point which says Aadhaar data has never been breached. The central ID repository, which is under the UIDAI, this data has never been breached. But further previous news reports say that the Aadhaar data has been breached many times, and also that privacy the Aadhaar data has been breached and has been found with ID grids. So this has happened once previously. So this arises a concern that the privacy of citizens may be compromised, because we don't even know who is having the access to, we don't even know who is having the right to access the UIDAI database. We don't know who controls it. The government is not transparent on who has the authority to check into all this data. So this is in the case of privacy. So the Aadhaar is not out of privacy. And there is another concern, that is fake Aadhaar cards also can be created also. This is also one thing. Though you are linking Aadhaar cards for verification of the original beneficiary, fake Aadhaar cards also may come against this. So this may defeat the spirit of the law, which is looking to purify the electoral system. Because of fake Aadhaar cards also, there may be arise a chance as to how other bogus votes may again arise despite having this law. And another important thing is to protect the privacy of the citizens of India. India lags. There is no proper data protection law also. So these are some concerns which needs to be addressed. So despite all this opposition uproar, what is the government stand on it? What does it say as it is responsible for bringing out this bill? It says that the linking of Aadhaar with electoral roll is only voluntary. Only a person has to come forward on his own in order to link his Aadhaar with electoral roll. But think for this, Aadhaar scheme itself has to be voluntary. According to the Puttaswamy case of 2015, the Supreme Court ruled that the Aadhaar scheme is voluntary. It upheld the constitutional validity of the Aadhaar card, but it has selectively deleted some sections which includes the privacy of citizens. But when it comes to this Aadhaar card, when it comes to this voluntary thing, think for yourself. When you have to apply for a SIM card, you need an Aadhaar card. For example, if you want to attempt a government exam, you need an Aadhaar card. If you want a driving license, you need an Aadhaar card. If you want a college admission, you need an Aadhaar card. If you want a free ration, you need an Aadhaar card. So the government is designing its policies in such a way that Aadhaar indirectly is getting mandatory for all services. And this may have an opportunity that though the government says it's voluntary right now, slowly as time passes, when everything dies out, when the debate dies out, it will become mandatory on its own, as it happened with many targeted services before. Another important point, government is saying that there will be no disenfranchisement. Though I haven't mentioned this before, another concern with this disenfranchisement here is, if you don't link your Aadhaar with electoral roll, it may the government may delete your voter ID. So the government is saying that we will never do like that. It is only your voluntary business. It is your wish to come forward and link your Aadhaar with the electoral roll. That is what the government is having a stand on it. So you have seen the rosy side of the picture and the dark side of the picture regarding the Aadhaar card linkage with electoral rolls. Now, what is the way forward? What the government must do in order to address all these concerns? Number one is comprehensive legislation. Though the important pointers have been mentioned by the government, it will still make the law more comprehensive. It should make its intentions very clear to people, because laws are made to govern the common man, and laws should be made in such a way that common man must be able to understand and interpret it properly. That's one thing. Because when it comes to communication, all such things, comprehensive legislations, Another important pointer is need for more clarification. So this comprehensive legislation and clarification, this is very important when it comes to passing a law. So comprehension we have just discussed. Another thing is clarification. For example, where the government failed to clarify citizens about all this laws it is making is the farm laws. The farm laws have recently been withdrawn. I've previously made a video. You can click the I button at the top right corner of your screens to look into that video. You'll understand more better about farm laws. Coming back. So when it comes to the farm laws, there were many opportunities grabbed by the opposition in order to pressurize the centre to withdraw these laws by supporting farmers from Punjab and Haryana. But farm laws had a lot of promise, very opportune for small farmers in order to gain their independence, more and more independence for the small farmers. This was a missed opportunity. So when it comes to passing such laws which look for reforms, the government should be clarify enough. The government should be clear enough when it is bringing out a law. That's an important way forward which we can use for proper deliberation in the parliament, proper public opinion and proper governance. So after looking at all this, what is your opinion? Should Aadhaar be linked with electoral rolls? Is it a way forward? Are we looking for electoral reforms because they are very needed? And is this a correct step towards that process? Comment your views down in the comment section down below. I am Rishi, you're watching Rishi Explains. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to share this video to more and more people. Make them aware of what is happening around us. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.